Hi and welcome to the video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the songs from the film Atrangi. Just a small disclaimer, I will not be including the song Chaka Chak in this video because I've already done a video on that. If you haven't seen that, go to my channel and check that out. Even though I said that, there will be a small observation about Chaka Chak at the very end of the video. Make sure you stay till the very end to listen to that. Before we get into the rest of the video, I just want to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, because if you do that, it helps YouTube recognize that you like this content and it will promote it and it will recommend it to more and more people. So let's get right into the review. I'll be going from my least favorite song to my most favorite song of the album. So let's begin with the song Little Little. It's not that the song is bad or anything, but it's just that the other songs have much more in them musically and they are way better than this one. Lyrically, the song is very corny and cheesy as it tries to capitalize on Dhanush's fame that he got because of songs like Why This Kolaveri, where he does all these Tanglish kind of lyrics, half Tamil, half English. So here it's more English, so it's Hindi and English. But the song really doesn't lack in musicality anywhere. The song structure is quite simple, but there are a couple of dance breaks and rhythm switches at the very end, which we all know would be for Dhanush to dance because it alternates between South Indian rhythms and North Indian rhythms. So we all know what he's going to do to that portion. Dhanush and Hiral Viradia have done a great job singing the song. Dhanush, even though he doesn't get to explore his musicality a lot in this vocal performance, he is super expressive. Even in the same line, you can hear different affectations and modulations on each word that he puts to bring the song out alive. Hiral doesn't get to sing a lot of lines in this song, but she does absolute justice to whatever she gets. Much like the other songs of the film, this song is also very rhythmic. But in the initial part of the song, there is a beautiful woodwind portion which is very Celtic in nature. And what I mean by Celtic is that it is from Ireland or Scotland. And that kind of music is used here. Rahman has done this before as well. Just go and take a look at the interlude portion of A Hairate Ashiki from Guru and you'll know what I'm talking about. Another Bollywood reference for Celtic kind of music is the hook from Wo Ladki Hai Kahan from the movie Dil Chahta Hai. Next up, we have the song Toofan Si Kudi. What I really loved about this song is the usage of Hindi. The film is set in the Hindi heartland. You might say that many films are set in the Hindi heartland, but what is so special? The reason is that many of our Bollywood songs, even though it's called the Hindi film industry, इसका ज़बान का जो झुकाव है वो उर्दू की तरफ है because aesthetics are really polished in Urdu. But यहाँ पे they have used a lot of Hindi words और उसका प्रयोग बहुत ही खूबसूरत तरीके से किया गया है. जटिल और सरपट जैसे लफ्ज़ों का गाने में इस्तेमाल सुन के बहुत मज़ा है. The staple elements of this song are that finger-style guitar portion that comes in the beginning and a very simple, undeveloped kind of a groove that continues throughout the song. But those rhythmic percussive elements that I talked about are there in this song as well. For example, the dhol or some small side percussion, but they don't feature as main instruments. They come in as small pickups in various different sections and then they just leave, which adds a very nice and a different texture and flavor to the song. गाने के फीमेल पोर्शंस में जो रिदमिक बोल हैं जो होली के गीतों में हमें मिलते हैं, उस तरह के जो बोल इस गाने में दे होल्ड योर अटेंशन थ्रू आउट द सॉन्ग. राशिद अली ऑल्सो हैज़ डन अ ग्रेट जॉब इन दिस कल्चरली रूटेड काइंड ऑफ अ सॉन्ग. ऑल द बैकिंग वोकलिस्ट डू देयर पार्ट वेरी एप्टली एंड एबली एज वेल. वो हिंदी जो इतने ज़बरदस्त प्रवाह से बह रही है वो तेरे रंग गाने में भी बह रही है. ऑफ कोर्स श्रेया घोषाल एंड A.R. रहमान हैव सच अ हिस्ट्री टुगेदर एंड उसका एक अलग ही फ़ैन बेस है. बट एवरी टाइम शी सिंग्स एन A.R. रहमान सॉन्ग इट्स लाइक अ फेस्टिवल एंड हर फैंस सेलिब्रेट इट एज सच एंड शी एड्स so much to the song. Here, before going to Haricharan's portions, it is amazing to see how Shreya overlaps his vocals, and of course it's a composition decision, but she overlaps his vocals in such a beautiful way, and then Haricharan, who's also a very capable singer, reciprocates that. Although Haricharan has sung some background vocals here and there in Hindi films, I think this is his first big feature and he absolutely nails it, and kudos to Rahman sir for selecting him for a song which can showcase his forte. Speaking of his forte, the song is in that semi-classical kind of a mold. Also, it has some folk elements, but this is the first time in this album so far we have seen a semi-classical or a bandish kind of an element come in, and both the singers have done a fantastic job with that. Next up, we have the song Garda. This, according to me, is not just the most commercial song of this album, but definitely the most commercial song A.R. Rahman has done in a long while in Hindi cinema. Like the other songs in the film, this song also roots the film in its geography. तो किस प्रदेश की ये कहानी है वो गाने में पूरी तरह झलकता है. जैसे कि गर्दा उड़ा दिया, ये फ्रेज ही आप ले लें, ये बहुत नॉर्थ इंडियन है. महाराष्ट्र में या उसके नीचे ये पाया नहीं जाता, पर उसका इस्तेमाल या प्रयोग जो है वो बहुत खूबसूरत है. एंड आई रियली लाइक द फैक्ट दैट द राइटर ऑफ द फिल्म हिमांशु शर्मा डज this small ad-lib where every time you hear the phrase Garda uda diya, it is in his voice, and I really like that. दलेर मेहंदी gets to do something that he hasn't done in a long while, जहाँ उनको अपनी गायकी भी दिखानी है, अपना प्रेजेंस भी दिखाना है, अपनी आवाज़ की बुलंदी भी दिखानी है, जिसके लिए वो माहिर हैं ही, but he puts all this together very beautifully, and of course the vocals have been edited beautifully, so it's very seamless, and his vocal performance also comes out really well. But the real genius of the song comes in the structuring and the composition of the melody. There is a concept called motif or leitmotif in Western classical music. What it means is that it is a small phrase, an instrumental phrase that keeps on repeating. If you listen to this song, there is a very catchy hook phrase in the instrumental, right? So that keeps on repeating, but it keeps on developing. And there are many ways to develop it, and the better the composer, the better the development and more interest is generated in that particular piece. So if it is a Bach or a Mozart or Chopin, all of these people are experts in that. But to take that idea and concept and put that in a folkish, rhythmic kind of a popular Bollywood song and keep exploring that motif is absolutely brilliant. Pay attention to how that small phrase, that hook, comes in different instruments. Then it comes with variations. Then Daler Mehndi sings it using na na na. Then it comes with words as well. So बेसिकली उस पर्टिकुलर छोटे मेलेडी का विस्तार कैसे किया जा सकता है, कितनी तरीक़ों से किया जा सकता है और कितने अलग अलग ढंग से उसी को आपके सामने लाया जा सकता है, इसमें ये गाना एक एक्सप्लोरेशन है. एंड टू डू दैट वाइल मेंटेनिंग अ कमर्शियल बॉलीवुड काइंड ऑफ अ फील इज़ एब्सोल्युटली ब्रिलियंट, एंड आई डोंट थिंक एनीबडी एल्स कुड हैव पुल्ड इट ऑफ इन दिस मैनर. Arijit fans might be excited for the next one. This one's called Rait Zara Si. I know that Arijit has done a brilliant job with this. गायकी के मौके कम हैं, but backing vocals में भी उन्होंने थोड़ा ऐड किया है. Expression, he has nailed it in the song. But for me, the USP of the song are the lyrics and Irshad Kamil. इससे बेहतर इमेजरी या मंजरकशी आप क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं एक मेन स्ट्रीम हिंदी बॉलीवुड फिल्म में. टू ऐड टू दैट यू हैव अरिजीत सोलफुल रेंडिशन वेयर ही डजंट इवन मिस अ सिंगल नोट टू एक्सप्रेस. देन यू हैव साशा तिरुपति's अमेजिंग वोकल्स. उनके पोर्शंस कम है बट उन्होंने उसको जस्टिस किया है. आई ऑलवेज वंडर व्हाई शी डजंट गेट अ लॉट ऑफ सॉन्ग्स इन हिंदी बिकॉज शी हैज़ वर्कड अ लॉट विद A.R. Rahman डाउन साउथ एंड शी इज़ केपेबल ऑफ डूइंग एनी काइंड ऑफ अ सॉन्ग एज एफर्टलेसली एज अरिजीत. सो आई wish to see her more in Hindi films. Composition wise, what really works is the atypical phrasing of the melody which Arijit really pulls off. Also, the Tamil lines interspersed with the actual song which almost act as a background vocal really work as well. They bring this otherworldly charm to the song. The arrangement of the song is fairly minimalistic. There are strong rhythmic elements and the South Indian beat is there, but still it acts as a support and not as a main feature of the song. So the song breathes in places, and that's why your focus comes to the lyrics and to the vocal performance. So this is a very effective tool if you want to get the message home and if you want the audience to feel something. So you reduce certain elements so that the focus falls on some other elements and those elements will stick in the audience's mind. Now let's talk about the best song of the album and probably the song of the year. This one's called Tumhein Mohobbat Hai. What I really love about this song, and they have mentioned this in the audio launch, is that ये एक नज़म की शक्ल में इस गाने की शुरुआत हुई. So नज़म, for anybody who doesn't know, in Urdu शायरी is just another word for a poem. So it might have meter, it might have rhythm, it might have cadence, या इसमें से कुछ भी ना हो, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. उसको आज़ाद नज़म कहते हैं, और what in English we call free verse और blank verse. But इसमें इरशाद जी ने उसको रखा है थोड़ा बहुत मीटर में. बहुत जगह पे रिदम भी है, बहुत जगह पे उसमें राइमिंग वर्ड्स भी हैं. सो इन दैट सेंस इट इज़ अ बिट म्यूज़िक फ्रेंडली, बट स्टिल एक नज़्म को देख के पढ़ के उसे कंपोज करना आसान बात बिल्कुल नहीं है. Many masters in Indian film music have done this. What immediately comes to my mind are some of Sahir Saab songs. For example, Kabhi Kabhi, which is actually a long poem. एक लंबी नज़्म है जिसको खयाम साहब ने कंपोज किया था. या फिर चलो एक बार फिर से अजनबी बन जाए हम दोनों, इसको रवि जी ने इतने मास्टरफुली कंपोज किया था. आज के ज़माने में ऐसी चीज़ें ज़्यादा होती नहीं हैं. ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज़ अ ब्रिलियंट गुलजार साहब जिन्होंने अपना करियर ही ऐसे पेचीदा काम करके बनाया है. मेरा कुछ सामान तुम्हारे पास पड़ा है is an example of such a song. And R.D. Burman had to compose a lot of different songs जो गुलजार साहब इस तरह के लिख के लाते थे. But if you listen to the song, वो इतनी अच्छी तरह compose हुए होते थे कि you would never know if this was written first or the tune was made first. After a long time, Arijit gets to sing a song which might have challenged him a bit, if not challenged, at least given him a lot of creative satisfaction. This song almost seems like an extension of the interview that A.R. Rahman and Arijit Singh had last year, which was very popular and it went viral as such. So उसमें उन्होंने बात की थी कि आजकल ऐसे गाने नहीं बन रहे जिसको एक चैलेंज की तरह लेके आप गाते हैं और उससे आपको सीखने मिलता है एंड आप अपने आप को इंस्पायर करते रहते हैं. I think Rahman sir served him that song on a platter. Musically speaking, this song is not in a diatonic scale. इसका मतलब ये कि मेजर या माइनर स्केल में फिट नहीं आता. I don't know much about Indian music, तो रागों के बारे में मुझे नहीं पता, but I definitely know that even the backing vocals जो है वो एक मेजर या माइनर स्केल से बाहर जाके नोट्स टच करके आती हैं. सो इसमें बहुत डिफरेंट राग्स I am assuming कि यूज़ किए होंगे. Again, he goes for a super minimalist kind of an arrangement. और अगर किसी को लग रहा हो, aspiring music producers or anybody who does music for a hobby, if you guys feel that I don't have enough musical vocabulary, I can't play a lot of instruments, but I want to put out my music, listen to this song. There's just one guitar loop which keeps on going on and on. Of course, there are strings later, but with that he creates this beautiful world because the melody itself is so nuanced and so brilliantly composed that it doesn't need that sort of a backing, and you can still pull off such a beautiful song using very limited instrumentation. The reason this composition really takes you to a different place is because he takes the words of the poem, the nazm, and he breaks the meter in every way that is convenient to him. और लाइनों को रिपीट कर देते हैं, उसको तोड़ मरोड़ देते हैं, अलग फ्रेजिंग से एक ही लाइन को दोबारा गाते हैं और इस तरह आपका इंटरेस्ट मेंटेन रखते हैं. इसीलिए जो गूज बम्स आपको उस चेंजेस पे आते हैं या एक अरेंजमेंट चेंज पे आते हैं वो इसीलिए आते हैं क्योंकि एक रिटन टेक्स्ट को इस तरह स्ट्रक्चर करके आपके सामने लाया जाता है कि आप अभी इसको किसी और फॉर्मेट में, किसी और तरीके में इमेजिन ही नहीं कर सकते. सो बेसिकली दिस इज़ लाइक टेकिंग समथिंग एंड प्रोसेसिंग इट टू अ सर्टन लेवल where you feel that this is the original form of that expression. For example, what I'm saying is that the original expression is the thought, right? That has come in Irshad Saab's words. But now, when you listen to this song, you can't go back to just reading the poem. You have to listen to it in this melody, and that is the magic of A.R. Rahman. So overall, this was a musical feast. This was an absolutely brilliant album, very well produced, very well composed, and brilliantly written. So before I let you go, I had promised that I'll share something about Chaka Chak as well, because after listening to it a few times, I realized something. There is an interlude in the song Chaka Chak, which I feel is a tribute or a homage to the legendary S.P. Balasubramaniam. So if you sing the interlude to a particular SPB song lyrics, it absolutely fits. So there's this popular SPB Raja song called Mannil in the Kadal. It is the first time SPB tried singing that breathless kind of a song, and if you take the opening lyrics of that particular song and try singing that to the interlude of Chaka Chak, it absolutely fits till the very end where the interlude slightly changes. But for the majority of the interlude, those words fit on this interlude tune. I don't know if this is coincidental or if it is a very deliberate yet humble tribute to the legendary SPB, because I'm pretty sure that when this album was being composed, it was around the same time of SPB's passing. So if you guys think you agree with me, and if you guys think there is some truth to this, please go and listen to the song again and let me know in the comment section down below. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do that, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.